Yo, yo, yo. Welcome again to another highly anticipated episode of the Culcha Podcast. I'm seated here with a very, very special guest. And if you listen to the podcast enough, you know that I say every guest is special. And every guest is as special, if not more special, than the next one or the previous one. That's because I cherish everyone who sits in that seat. We also have a rule here. Not the rule I told you about earlier. I can see getting married. No, not that rule. We have another rule where the guest is invited to introduce themselves, how they want our audience, our listeners to know them.
Know them.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I go by the name Virkil Khaan. I'm just a rapper from Hammanskra. You know, that's the easiest way to explain myself. Just a rapper from Hammanskra who chose to come to like Pretoria, and yeah, just spaz out in the Pretorian scene.
So is Virkil Khan like? Okay, hold up. We have rules, we have protocol. You know, this is a very organized, systematic podcast, right?
I see.
I have some ice-breaking questions.
Okay.
We're gonna play a game called Scruples.
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 Okay.
Real quick. And you just have to answer as quickly as you can, as honestly as you can.
All right.
Right. A friend asks you to join a demonstration for worldwide nuclear disarmament.
Uh-huh.
You are busy, but will you go?
Yeah.
You'll go.
Nuclear
Okay.
disarmament. Nah. Let's go.
That's a good cause. Okay. All right. At a nightclub, you notice a handsome young man dressed to the nines, which means dressed well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his shirt tail is hanging out. Do you tell him?
No.
I'm curious to know why you wouldn't tell him.
Cause it's a gent.
Okay.
It's a gent.
Because he's
like,
handsome.
Nah, it's a gent. Like you're at a club, you go to a random gent and you're like, yo, yeah.
It looks like some Diddy shit.
Yo, I was like, who's this guy?
Okay, cool. I'll just make this the last one so we can proceed with our conversation.
Sweet.
Because I can feel like the ice is broken. Okay. You are advised to invest in a company which does well because of its monopoly, but it's got a poor product,
Yeah.
but you're sure to profit. So the company's got a bad product, but it's a good investment. Do you invest?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah, because it's a monopoly. You know, if it's a monopoly in the future, you
guaranteed.
can. Yeah. 'Cause
Even though the product
it doesn't have a lot of competition. Monopoly, you just even the product is bad, but you can turn it around
Really?
eventually.
Damn. Yo, I think that's a good one to leave the icebreakers at. Now we can have a chat.
Yeah.
Because just your answer to that question makes me wonder, right? Let's take it to music. For anybody who didn't catch the intro, Virkil Khan is a
Yes.
reputable rapper in the Pretoria area. You know what I'm saying? Known for his skills. I don't know why you didn't include in your introduction that you're also the storyline maestro. You know?
Like even the storyline maestro part, it was just a lyric.
Oh.
And then the crowd caught on and they're like, yeah, storyline maestro, that's your other
dog,
name.
Even
I'm like,
when
hey.
this podcast, when we're putting up the names that pops up, it'll be Virkil storyline maestro Khan.
Nah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
I didn't think it was gonna pop off like
gonna
that.
catch.
Yeah, for me I was like, it's just one of those lyrics.
But how do you feel about that? The fact that it caught, it stuck.
It was overwhelming, but it's like okay, fine, cause especially for that song. I'm a fan of Why Always So, you know. So yeah. So every time people are like, why do they call you Storyline Maestro? I was like, listen to Why Always So, because it basically tells a nice, complex but nice story.
Story, right? Yeah, and I feel like generally your music has themes, but we'll get into it, right? Let's talk a bit about Virkil Khaan.
Yeah.
Is that your real name?
No.
How did you get that name?
Virkil Khaan is a long.
Yeah, this is a podcast.
Okay, so let me explain. Okay, I started off going by the name X Khan.
X Khan.
Yeah, in the hood, even today, even yesterday, you're like, yo, X Khan. That's the name they know me by. X Khan.
Like the letter X.
Yeah, X.
Okay.
Because I was reading a lot of books, especially the autobiography of Malcolm X. So after reading that, I was like, okay, I need to come up with a nice stage name, but the X has to be there.
Okay.
So I started off with my full name. Like I said, my name is Katleho Chani.
Okay.
So I merged it.
Damn.
And it became Khan.
Damn.
So I could have been Khan X, but Khan X didn't sound. So I was like X Khan. You know. So yeah, as I was going with X Khan, along the way, when you go to like the local gigs, they'll spell it wrong, like X Con.
Wow.
So I'm like, X Con, cut. So I need to have like a first name.
Wow. Wow.
First name.
That's
now,
fucked up.
with the first name, it was like, I was watching a lot of Static Shock. Static Shock, yeah, like
Static Shock.
Yeah,
What's that?
It's a cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. They used to show it on ETV. So like I was watching that. So the name of the protagonist is Virgil Hawkins. So yeah, I just kind of like that name, Virgil. I'm like, okay, so Virkil Khaan. Yeah, that's when I started calling myself Virkil Khaan. Now still, when you go to the promoters, Virkil Khaan, no, Virgin. Next performer, Virgin Khan.
Wow.
So like,
so
nah,
they're
I need
always
to
getting
switch
the
it up.
name wrong.
I have to
Damn.
switch it up. So now from G, I switched the G into a K.
To a K.
Yeah, I stylized it, and then
That
it became
is-
Virkil Khaan.
Yo, that's such a crazy origin story, dog. Because like to arrive at Virkil Khan, right,
Yeah.
as a name,
Yeah.
and then you meet a nigga like me who's learning your name for the first time today.
Yeah.
For as long as I've known you, what I'm trying to say is that name, Virkil Khan,
Yeah.
sounds like it's you, bro.
Yeah.
It is you know what I'm saying? Like,
me too.
I
Me
don't
too.
think-
feel,
I don't
feel
think
like
I'll
that.
ever call you Katleho. You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way.
Yeah,
Funny
yeah.
enough, like when I got to it, like Virkil Khan
Yeah.
made total sense.
Okay. So, you've told us how you got the name. How about like how you got into music? How long you been doing music?
I've been
And
doing
what
music.
are some of your influences? And what kind of music do you do?
Okay. Hey, okay, let me start with how I got into music. Well, for me, I wasn't really an like I'm a stay-at-home type kid.
Yeah.
You know, I will always stay in my room. Yeah, I used to like playing like a lot of PC games, whatnot. So once I got to high school, still it was the same thing, because like I went to Prestige College, is at a forest,
Yeah.
like you are very secluded to the world, you know. So break time, you would find people in a circle, like rhyming words, and I was like, what's this? Because like I'm saying, I wasn't really exposed to a lot. I didn't watch TV a lot. I would just stay in my room, just play phone games and stuff like that. So yeah, that's when I got exposed to hip hop
In high school.
in high school, and people were, it was like a cipher, and then I was like, what is this? It's like, they're rhyming, and then like while in that cipher, you see like the crowd going crazy, like, whoa, like what's going on? But nah, listen to his words. Like, what? Okay. Yeah, then that became like a super interest. Like, okay, I would go there every break time, just listen. And then it's like, okay, now I need to listen to the music now. get home, start collecting music. Now, okay. So who do you listen to? Like let's say after the cipher, I would ask them like, who do you listen to? Who do you listen to? It's like, yeah, I listen to 50 Cent. What not? Go home, research who's 50 Cent.
So what do you think it was about the ciphers that? Because I mean, I'm trying to understand. You know,
Yeah.
you were a homebody,
Yes.
but there was something about the cipher that connected with you.
Connected. Yeah.
What do you think it was?
It was the wittiness in it. Because you see that moment. For me, I didn't get what it meant. Like, why is the crowd going crazy? Like, and then when somebody or some of the people in the crowd were like, listen to what he's saying. No, I had to sit down and listen. And I could hear the wittiness. Like, you are not saying like just a normal mind map. You are connotations of it. Like, that's why it's a punchline.
Were you a nerd
that's a punchline.
Were you a nerd, would you say, in high school?
A nerd.
I'm not saying it in a negative context, right? Just maybe what would be stigmatized as a nerd.
As
do
a
you think
nerd.
you'd qualify?
Like, in what aspect? Because like in terms of books, I wasn't really, I wasn't getting high
socially,
marks.
in a social aspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I'm saying, in a, in a social contrast, like I've always viewed myself as socially awkward. You know, like I never really fit in a group type thing. You know, but yeah, it's something I had to learn to be kidding, embrace it. Like okay, this is me. So yeah, even in high school, it was still the same thing. You know, although I was still kidding, I was never chilling alone. You know, even though I'm a socially awkward person, I always force myself to be in a social space. That's how I ended up being in ciphers and listening and being like, oh, that's what you are doing. Okay. Now I went home, listened to it. And that's when I started discovering people. Because during that time was the Lil Wayne era. So it was the bar after bar, punchline after punchline rap. So yeah, that got me super intrigued. And I went home. I was like, nah, I need to start writing.
So would you say your early influences,
yes,
or influence maybe, one of your biggest early influences is Lil Wayne?
Yes.
Really? I was never gonna guess that. No shade to Lil Wayne. Yeah, and I think even for me, I grew up underrating Lil Wayne. Only as an adult do I understand how serious a rapper.
Lil Wayne was very impactful.
Like Lil Wayne, bro. Lil Wayne. That's why I'm not surprised that he inspired so many people, because he's actually really good, you know. But maybe I was judging him on subject matter.
And also, like he was okay. I'll make a perfect example, because Lil Wayne is one of the people, the entry level rappers. You know, entry level in a sense that after you listen to Lil Wayne, you're like, who inspired Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Oh, Lil Wayne used to listen to Jay-Z. Okay, let me go to Jay-Z.
And
then Jay-Z, Biggie, whatnot. And then that's when you get deeper inside hip hop, and then you'll understand why the old heads were like, why are you guys listening to Lil Wayne? It's it's because hip hop is more broader than that. So that's one thing.
Who would you say after Lil Wayne influenced you? Now refining now your style, your identity as an artist.
Because Lil Wayne was that starting point. Then I went back. I started listening to Biggie. For me, I went super big. I'm not gonna lie. Because
Cool G-Rap.
Yeah, G-Rap. Rakim.
Okay.
Yeah, paid in full.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, okay, Eric B.
You went
and
to
Rakim.
study the game.
I went to study, like from Big Daddy Kane, like from the beginning type thing. So that's how deep it got. I was like, okay, now I see the full context. After Rakim, they came and Nas, and then I started listening to Nas, like Elmatic, and understanding, okay, now this is storytelling. This is how deeper and complex it gets. So yeah, like I'm saying, that's why I always hold Lil Wayne in that highest remark. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Because he was able to hook you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And through him, it led you to the rest of your influence.
Yeah.
That's heavy, man. That's heavy. Shout out to Lil Wayne.
Hey, bro. Lil Wayne. Shout out to Lil Wayne.
Okay, so you're in high school now, and when would you say that you actually like developed your persona, identity, and even decided that, okay, fine, I wanna I want to do this rap thing to a certain level?
Okay, when hey, no, I'm not gonna lie and be like since back then. Nah. I'd say after high school.
Okay.
Yeah, cause like after high school, that's when I started reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. That's when I think I kind of developed a certain philosophy. Cause it wasn't just autobiography of Malcolm X. It was also the autobiography of Nelson Mandela. You know, that's when I have that black conscious ideology of damn. Why do I need to rap in English while I'm still in SA type thing? You know, now I need to cultivate to my cultural roots. And
so you mean to tell me there was a point in time where you were just rapping in English?
Yes.
Yo, you're blowing my mind, dog. You're really blowing my mind because I can't imagine that.
I came into the scene rapping English.
Yeah. Not that I don't imagine you rapping in English. I know you can rap. It's just I love the vernacular.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like you're really good at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying for me to cultivate it, it took me, it wasn't long enough. Like I'm saying, I came into the scene, to the Pretorian scene 2020. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to cultivate this vernacular sound.
Really, 2020 you came into the Pretoria scene?
Yeah.
That's COVID, dog.
Yes, COVID, during COVID.
Why does it feel like you're not telling me the truth?
I'm telling you the ultimate truth.
No,
during COVID, whereby, you see the spot that we are on.
You can't tell me that the first time I saw you on stage was during or around COVID times.
Okay, you saw me 2019. Okay, so I came into the scene 2019.
I think it was 2018, bro.
2018.
When did Black Lab when they moved to ABE?
2019.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
It stayed 2 years, go Old Fire Station. 2017, 2018, 2019 they came to Pretoria.
So to
ABE.
You were now introducing yourself on the scene in 2019.
Yeah.
As
late 2019, like September.
With now this developed style of yours of adding the vernacular.
It was just English bars.
You were still doing English then?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why 2020, that's when, because if like, Black Lab had to come here because ABE closed.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
We were here
in
this particular spot.
I remember it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when I started off. Because the first vernacular song, I did it here. I remember performing it here, right? At this spot.
Hey, shout out to 442,
funny enough,
man.
I think I was wearing this shirt.
If there's one person who's on brand, it's you, boy. Yeah.
So,
which is also not a mistake that you're on brand.
Yeah.
Right? Because conversations off mic, building up to this, you've told me that one thing a lot of people who support your music or who see you on stage don't know about you is that you're academically trained in marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you forget?
Nah. Thing is, it's pretty tough to tell people that. To tell, I actually have a degree in marketing.
Yeah,
it's like, what?
But why though? Why?
Because it feels like you're trying to be braggadocious about it. Like, who's
come
this guy?
on, dog.
Trying to be braggadocious, like, oh, sure, you're a dope rapper. Now you're telling me you have a degree.
Don't tell me you're Superman too.
You see, so that's why I never really speak about it as much. But the marketing, because I went to Boston City campus, and I didn't do there's two type courses. There's marketing management, and there's management marketing.
Okay. Okay, what's the difference?
The difference is the modules. Marketing management has the sales type modules, like sales marketing, business management, there. Now, management marketing has financial management, company law, industrial psychology, what else? Brand management, economics. Okay. So it kind of teaches you the entry levels of managing like a marketing enterprise type thing.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
So which one did you do?
I did the management marketing.
Okay. So okay, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, right?
Yeah.
But I think especially in South Africa, you should be proud to have a degree and to tell people that, because I think, yes, maybe it's 50-50, right? But the other side of the coin is someone is looking at you who might be a rapper here and like, oh shit, this guy went and he studied and he's still a dope rapper. I should too. Because the next thing I want to ask you is like, what was the impact of what you studied now on your craft? What is the impact? And for me, I don't know what the impact is you're going to tell me, but I can definitely say that there's a relation.
Yeah.
Because for you to click that, oh, the name Virkil Khaan sticks with me, and to your persona, your brand, everything.
Yeah. It's all.
It's not
part of
perchance.
Yeah, true.
I don't think it's perchance.
That's very true. Yeah. You're right. You're right on that aspect. But I do tell them honestly, because like,
But it
every
makes
time.
you shy.
It's just that I wouldn't say, yo, I have a marketing degree. I just do give out advices like that. Like, bro, like your name, you can, or even with writing,
Yeah.
I'll help other artists. I'll be like, you don't need to start writing from the top until the floor. You can start from the floor and maybe take this 2 stanzas, put them at the top, like, just play around with it. Because I've seen like a lot of people have that linear type of mindset. So in regards to what you spoke about in terms of education working to help me out, that's very true.
Yeah.
Because it helped me see how I should brand myself, brand identity, and how I should put myself in the seat, in that aspect. So I do agree with that.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, this conversation is about you. I just want to make a parallel, right? For me, I went and I studied construction, right? Construction management. And one of the key skills I picked out of there was project management, right? And anybody who works on a project, right? Well, even if it's creative work, it's a project, right? And the principles of project management are applicable in any type of work, right? So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying to you, that like when you go out and you get an education, if you're smart enough, you can condense the principles and apply them to whatever you're doing. It's just that like something like marketing is so important to being an artist, right? That's why I look at you and I think you're an artist that has an upper hand on maybe a lot of people who, because maybe to some it comes naturally to be a good marketer, and to others, they had to get the training. Maybe that's the case in your case. But an artist without marketing is an artist without a brand. But then how are you an artist without a brand?
Without a brand.
Then you're just having fun.
Yeah, there's no like core structures. Every project doesn't sound like
Consistency.
the same. There's no consistency. You're just that's so true. That's so true. Everything needs to have a certain structure.
So what do you think artists are from let me pick your academic brain for a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think artists are struggling with when it comes to like marketing, brand management, like in the context of your education?
In terms
and
of
what they need in the game. What do you think?
For me, I feel like it's basically foundation. A lot of artists don't want to build foundation. They want to follow a certain hype. It's like, oh, this person did it like this.
Yeah.
So if I also do it like this, it's gonna work. Nah. Everybody has their own foundation.
Yeah.
You need to tap into what resonates with you so that it can become like a constant, like law of average. In the law of average, it teaches you how to stay in one position, but understanding or you're gonna have a sine graph. You're gonna have your highs and you're gonna have your lows. So you have to be in that point, the law of average, whilst you are conscious of it. Don't be there thinking, I'll always
only
be high,
chasing the highs.
I'll always be in the lows. So like you're saying, you have to have those value systems. You have to have a certain principle that you set upon yourself. Like, so that you keep going and you keep that consistency, because that consistency creates that flow. And then once you're on it, the world is your oyster.
You know what I think, man? I think like what you just mentioned is the only reason why artists are not getting paid. You understand? Because I feel like artists don't really get into that understanding that I'm a brand, right? And as a brand, I have to market myself. And ultimately, you're the qualified one. It's not braggadocious here. We're not being braggadocious. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, you're the qualified one. You tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm also very interested in the process, the function of marketing, right? And what I've come to understand is that marketing is an experience.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
it's not just, hey, support the culture. Then
Yeah.
I've marketed.
Yeah.
I'm marketing even when you're not seeing the culture logo. When you meet me and I'm the owner of the culture brand, maybe without the logo, you have to get the culture experience.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? So now you ask yourself as an artist, what experience are you giving?
What experience are you? Oh, you mean like
Yeah.
in terms of marketing?
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, is it a random experience or is it a curated experience? Have you thought about it? Can you deliver this
That.
experience consistently?
Yes. I like to call that part world building.
World building.
Yeah, world building. You know, like, a lot of people don't world build, or they don't want to create that aspect. So even in marketing, because after studying it, I had that anticlimactic moment of realizing, they also follow a certain system, you know, and it's okay to follow a system, but it ends up creating that whole ideology of human resource, you know, in a sense of human resource. Like, you just think in a human resource type of manner, not in an organic type manner. The organic type manner is the world building, you know, like understanding, this
I can
person
do it
also
my
created.
way.
Yeah, you can do it your way.
Yeah.
Like, this person also created, like, he created a book. I could also write the book.
Exactly.
Type thing.
Exactly.
So now, a lot of people don't want to dive into that world. So that's what also intrigued me with marketing on that aspect of there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's a matter of you creating the best world you can create and understanding, I can be the template.
And it's a process. It's a process of trial and error. But if you're sitting and you're folding your arm and you're saying, they must just receive me.
Yeah.
You know?
You just gave up there. Like, everything, like I'm saying, when you look at it in a point of view of world building, you realize you can't impose your world on another person's world.
Yeah.
So in a way, you have to terraform. Okay, you have to terraform that world.
Yeah.
If you want to coexist with it, you can't bash it and think it's gonna sit there and chill and be like, take over. It's gotta fight back. It's gotta say, this is the system. This is my system.
Exactly. And what you're saying is, like, the difference between having a fan and not having a fan. Because if you don't make a bridge from that person's world to your world, then there's no connection.
There's no connection.
That's why, and I think, like, because the conversation is about marketing and the experience around me as an artist. If like, I'm not connecting, then there's no way that I'm converting. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not connecting with anybody, so the only way I can connect, right, is to be aware of what makes me connect. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you, what I think, right? I'm not, like, diagnosing you, but what I understand from what you're saying also is that tapping into the vernac was you realizing that, shit, man, I can create a bridge for people to come and see what I'm doing here, and I can still be me. Stick to my principles, because it's in line with my principles, doing it this way.
Because language is universal. You know, so even if you add vernacular there, you can still hit those English punchlines. You can still do all the same things. It's just that now you'll be talking to people who live where you live.
Yes.
You know, they would also be able to hear you.
It resonates even more.
And then it's like, whoa, you also have that interest. Rather than it basically coincide with the whole idea I had with the marketing thing too. Because like I was saying, it's not it wasn't to be braggadocious, but it was it's something that I saw. The moment you act as if you are of a higher stature, especially to any human being, they will never take it in a nice manner. So you always have to.
It's intimidating.
You always have to take it to down a level. You know,
Yeah.
you always have to humble yourself.
Or you have to gauge their ability to receive you.
Yes.
And how much of you they can receive. You know, not everyone's gonna be able to get the full dose of you the first time.
Yes.
But you have to leave them the breadcrumbs, lead them to the full picture.
To the full, yes.
yeah.
Yes. Basically that. I think you.
Yeah, no, I understand, bro. I understand. And I feel like you know what you said, the language is universal, bro. I told you before, I hardly even understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But there's nobody in the world who's more excited about this conversation than me, because I love your music. And it feels good to me. Some of the stuff, yeah, I get it. Also, who's Lawrence Kwaimane? That's one I've been meaning to ask you for a long time. I was saving it for the podcast. Who is Lawrence Kwaimane? What is Lawrence Kwaimane?
Lawrence Kwaimane is me. I'm Lawrence Kwaimane.
Okay.
But now, okay.
But what does it mean?
It means, okay, like I'll explain where the conception came from. It came from one of the biggest rappers from Prodi. When I started being the
Shout out to Prodi.
Because Prodi was the one to be like, yo, I heard you perform Kaka's Venek, and I felt that shit. But now you have to create world built for that. Don't let that be part of Virkil Khaan. That vernacular world has to have a name too. And then now I had to go back home and be like, what name will coincide with this side of rap? And Lawrence Kwaimane was a name given to me by my grandma. You know.
Really?
Yeah. My grandmother's like,
that's crazy.
She said she had two brothers, two elderly brothers. One was Kwaimane, one was Lawrence. So it's like, yeah, you are Lawrence and you are Kwaimane. And then I just merged the two names and like,
yo, that
so
is
it's like
crazy.
my ancestral names in a way.
Bro, that is crazy.
So yeah.
That's crazy because that's also on brand.
See? Yeah. And you connect with it.
My
The
mind
more you
is
like,
blown now. So you're Lawrence Kwaimane.
yes. I'm Lawrence Kwaimane.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's dope, bro. And
But
that was good
sometimes-
advice from Prodi as well. Yeah.
And sometimes when it also hits me too, Uno. Sometimes it also hits me too. Like I remember going like I think it was after like Black Labone on my way home, walking, and then it hit me like, oh, I was just rapping those verses, and I'm like, and it hit me. It's like, oh, you are Lawrence Kwaimane. Because you end up forgetting.
Hey, you're killing me, dog.
You also forget because it's a character. You created it. So now, but when you are rapping, you remember.
I understand you, dog. Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, I understand it so well. You know, like when you're writing and like you make an analogy of yourself, but like I get it so much, bro. Like, I don't even know if I can explain. I just feel you. You understand? Like,
it's real. It's real, but it just shows you how powerful music is in terms of like maybe sometimes you are conjuring a certain spirit or energy frequency that it takes over you, and then sometimes you just remember or it wasn't just me.
Virkil Khaan, you read a lot, don't you?
Yes.
You enjoy reading.
I used to read. Okay, let me.
Because it definitely comes out in your music.
Yeah. Because reading helps for references.
Yeah.
Hey, you can reference a lot.
Yeah,
because of reading.
exactly. It's like you don't have to think of everything. Just go and read and put it together.
Yeah, and also coding. That's why I'm a fan of MF Doom. RIP.
Yeah.
Yo, MF Doom was one of the best coders I know.
You know what? I'm not surprised that you say that. You're a fan of and I've never asked you. And I meant to. You know, when I asked you your biggest influences, I was waiting for you to say MF Doom.
I was getting there.
Okay.
I was getting there. But yeah, like for me, I was mind blown when I listened to MF Doom. Like, oh, this guy is coding.
He's got layers.
Yeah, like he's just, coding. Like coding is like referencing something that somebody or a majority of people might not know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But he knows that one
Yeah.
person will get it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
like that one line where he said the Terminator got killed by Pookie. And then Pookie is the guy who was acting go New Jack City. And then at the same time is the guy who created the company that created the
Skynet.
Terminator, Skynet. Yeah. So now only the person that has seen both of the movies can say, oh,
Yo, that is fucked. Yo, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Because if you only know one of the movie
you don't
references, then you
know.
don't know what the fuck he's talking
Yeah,
about.
but he's willing to take that risk, take that ultimate risk. You know, I'll just put
And he
it
knew
that
there's a Virkil Khan who's going to get it.
One person is gonna get it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, so I also do the same thing, but
Yeah.
in a vernacular way,
yeah,
like
yeah.
like akikhanyi your akikhanyi my little brother still sees or something like that. You know, in a sense, yeah, akikhanyi like khanyi mbao and la season being, but you code it that eventually some person is gonna be like add the two together. Like,
You know what? I think that's what makes you famous, dog. I had no idea that it was coded. Remember, for me, I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, this nigga sounds good on this shit. I like it. You know, for me, that's all. But now, when you say it like that, then I can understand why, when, you know, I'll say it on record, right? Like last week, you kind of blew my mind. We're having a cipher here. People were chilling at the back there, doing whatever. But the moment Virkil Khan grabbed the mic and started rapping, people moved. Right? That's when, it's not like that's when I saw that, you know, this guy is a big deal. But it's like that's when I realized that it's not that's when. It just reiterated it because I done been new. The fact that you can move me like that tells me that, okay, this guy is like on a certain level. But like, do you realize that you're famous, man?
Nah, it's not fame, Udo.
No, I think it's fame, bro.
You know what
I'm
I
not
call
trying
it.
to diagnose you
Yeah.
as famous,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you, dog, like, you know, famous, the other word for it is having a reputation.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
see, I
That's what I
see.
mean. But obviously, because it's in the entertainment sphere, I would say famous.
But I wanna give the biggest jewels, especially in
Okay.
terms of a lot of artists too, because I do tell them, like, even people that meet me go Black Lawuna, they know this message, you know. But I'll reiterate it in this podcast.
Let's
again.
go.
It's a matter of consistency.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people would want to hop on that stage like that, ne? And then rap new bars and do, you know. So now it doesn't create a language to the crowd because it's a language type thing. So for me, if I do certain
Somewhere.
song that everybody knows, obviously the crowd is going to be like, I know this, let me go listen. But if I was to kick the new album that I'm doing, nobody knows it, so everybody's still going to pass.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of that. For me, that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying it's not really fame. It's just me knowing the reputation of marketing that song and doing it over and over to a point that everybody knows it.
Okay. But I still say that you're explaining fame,
Yeah.
but it's still fame to me.
I
But
see,
I
see.
understand what you mean also, right? You're
Yeah.
giving it the scientific explanation.
And it's the most simplest, like, bro, anybody can do it. That's what I'm saying.
But I also want to ask you, yeah, anyone can. And you just gave the recipe.
Yeah,
That
it's
is the
that.
recipe of being
It's that
famous. Keep
simple.
showing up.
yeah,
Keep
and-
showing up and delivering on
and
that level.
believe that one song, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to give us
Catalog.
10
Yeah,
songs.
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
build one and
Yeah.
for 3 years.
Yeah.
Then give us another one for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%, bro. That is like, trust is one, having a process, and two, trusting it. Right? But I want to ask you another question. I can sense that you maybe have a certain reservation about fame, right? But how far do you want to take it in terms of your music?
In terms of my music,
Yeah, like if you could define success for you
okay,
in this thing.
For me, my success would be like headlining big festivals, you know, like not even in South Africa. Like, you know, my lens has always been that, you know, it's like I want to see myself at a Coachella, not opening up, but being part of the main act.
One of
echelon.
the guys people came to sing.
Yeah, and because they know that I'm rapping in my African tongue and everything like that. That's it. It's just that like being able to perform at the biggest platforms. Yeah, that's fame for
No,
me.
you don't want to be signed.
Nah.
You don't want to
Thing is-
be. Do you want to be rich from music, or you just want to be able to have a sustainable lifestyle?
For me, like, it's not even about the riches, because I feel like, okay, I always have this philosophy in terms of wealth, and that philosophy is that I believe every human being is wealth. It's the whole ideology of, okay, I don't know if this is gonna be a deep concept for people,
Let's
but let's
go.
go. So I always ask people this question: who would you rather be? Would you rather be Will Smith from I Am Legend, or would you rather be Jesus Christ?
That's an icebreaker.
Yeah, it's very deep. That question I ask myself every day.
But why do you ask that?
Because like Jesus Christ was a martyr,
yeah.
meaning when he was in this world, he died for everyone.
Yeah.
Will Smith was the last one in this world, like living. So would you rather be that one person who lives? Because for them it's both wealth. Jesus Christ's wealth lives on through the Bible and stuff like that. That's his wealth. And then there's the wealth of Will Smith, who you get to see your wealth, but you are alone in it. It's just you.
Yeah, that is treacherous.
So that's the thing. So would you rather let your word, because it basically connotates to everyone. If you look at like a Bob Marley, how big Bob Marley is,
Okay.
it's the words.
If I
it's the
understand what you
songs.
mean,
Mm.
you're saying you're responding to my question by asking me, well, okay, I want to be successful according to what I find to be valuable. And so the question is, what do you find valuable?
Yeah. So for me, what I find valuable is that it's like if I could impact a whole, like let's say even Hammanskraal. So it's okay, Hammanskraal fella, like people from Hammanskraal to view themselves as their highest. Like, yo, I also can be like Virkil Khaan. I also can push it like this, go in type thing. Then it's enough. That's my wealth, rather than focusing on, I wanna focus on myself. Well, but both of them works.
Yeah,
Funny enough.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. So I was like, so you
Yes.
mean to tell me what? You're fine with maybe having a job and then rapping to inspire and not
Yes.
necessarily to make an income.
Yes, because that's basically what I've been doing for ever since,
And
Just
it's
keep on-
satisfying you.
Yes.
So it's for you, it's about having a good enough job where you can grow as a man, go through all the different levels of life while also being able to make your music at will.
Yeah, but also, like, because I feel like most of the people do that in terms of feeding it. I still feel like that's the Will Smith type way. For me, okay, maybe I fall under that the other one,
The Jesus
which
Christ.
is deep, because it's like, yo, I really want the message to be ahead of me as the vessel, because I feel like as the vessel is
But
like.
then how do you balance it, bro? How do you because now this conversation's taking a turn, right?
Yeah.
Because I have to ask, like, how do you now imagine looking after yourself if maybe you were given this talent and you can live off of it, but you're not trying to capitalize on it? Well, how do you reconcile that in your personal life, in terms of day-to-day living?
Well, it's a matter of perspective. For me, my perspective in terms of the message, I made this song. It's one of my latest songs. It's called Process. It talks about that. Like I said, my granddad told me, I should learn to trust the process, even when it's stagnant. Know you're on the right path, you know. Yeah, something like that. Like even though just know, like if it has to feel innate, because no man has power over music. That's how I believe it. So like even when people feel the music, I know it might be for just this moment type thing. So that's why I'm saying, okay, if the energies choose to use me as the vessel, then let me just run with it rather than thinking of capitalizing. Because if I try to capitalize of it, it will want something in return.
Dilute the message.
And the energy too will say, hey, you need to bring back what you just took from me.
Back, boy. I like that.
You know?
Okay. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. I think I understand, man. I think I understand. You don't want to use music. You want to be used by the music.
Yeah. Like, cause that's I feel like that's what it saw from me.
And life,
And it's
you
like-
trust that life will take care of itself.
Yeah, like I once had that advice. Funny enough, but if you take care of the music will take care of you. I think
Yeah.
it was Fela Kuti or something like that.
Yeah. And
Was it? I
Yeah.
remember him saying
I,
that.
I remember you were telling me a story the other day. We're having a studio session, and you're telling me about the 350s from the government.
Yes.
And you know why I really like that story, right? It's because a lot of people spend a lot of time complaining about the government,
Yeah.
right? And how little they do. And even though that 350 maybe is little,
Yeah.
but the fact that it's there is something that you can
Utilize.
use. You know, like Rome wasn't built in a day, it was built brick by brick. And like that's one thing I appreciate about you, man, that you would say that.
Yeah.
You know? But I have to ask you a question. That's the side note.
Uh-huh.
Since it's voting season, and you know, we want to inspire the people.
Yeah.
Are you voting?
Yeah.
Do you want to
I'm
tell
not-
us who you're voting for?
And
Or it's your secret.
cause like nowadays, like, what do you vote for? Like, what do you vote for? Cause it's pointless, but you have to vote. You have to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's vote, bruh.
Let's vote South Africa.
Hey, let's vote. Because like it's a matter of that. Like for me, I'm voting in a sense of trying to like, okay, yeah, now I'm gonna be controversial.
It's
Udo.
okay, because I was about to challenge you also. Let's go.
Okay.
You're allowed,
As
bro.
a radical,
Yeah.
this is what I believe. I believe that if we want to change South Africa, we gotta vote. We gotta step out of the norm.
Yeah.
Because everybody's still afraid of the norm. They still feel like, let's vote for the same party.
Okay.
Nah.
So why
and
don't
hope
you
for
want to
change.
tell us who you're voting for?
Because I'm saying I'm voting for something that's not in power now.
Okay.
So-
I'm not trying to force you to
Yeah.
tell us, right? I'm actually trying to make a point,
Yeah.
which is, I think a dialogue should exist between people about voting.
Yes.
Like you shouldn't feel like I'm encroaching on your personal space from asking you who you're
Yes.
voting for. You ask me to. Let's talk about it. And you
Yes.
tell me I'm voting because of this for this party. I'm voting because
Yes.
then we start to understand what we need as people instead of being told what we need. That's what I think.
Yeah, because
You know?
basically that's basically what I meant when
Yeah.
when I spoke about being a radical.
Yeah.
Like a radical as in a sense of, let's say I'm saying I'm gonna vote for PAC.
Yeah.
I don't know jack about PAC, but I'm choosing to vote for it just to
Destabilize the norm.
destabilize the norm. Because if I don't vote, if my vote automatically goes to the current party, like ruling party.
No, that's
And,
bad.
You know, so that's why I'm saying
That's a
I'm urging,
scam.
even if you see, like even if you vote for any other party, it's cool.
As
but
long
at
as they
least-
don't give away your vote.
don't give away your vote. Like be a radical, change the scene,
Yeah, yeah.
like make people go like, okay, no, the youth, especially because majority of South Africa is youth. So your power really is in the power is in your hand. And now imagine you've been unemployed for so many years, and now you still want the same people to to keep you in that cycle.
Do something,
Yeah,
dog.
be a radical.
Yeah.
Make them lose for this term. Maybe for the second term they were gonna learn. It's like, okay, now we need to wake up. Because
Yeah.
when people are stagnant and they're in the same position of power for years, then they feel like they're still gonna have it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
now
They get
change
comfortable.
needs to happen. So that's what I earn for. That's what I yearn for. I mean, change. It has to be radical.
Yeah.
You know, even if you have to bring a youth party or whatever, but
Just
like
as long as something different.
something different
Something
has to be
extremely
in power.
different.
Extremely
Yeah.
different. Even for them to be shocked, like, what? We won.
Okay, I didn't mean to get too political. I just
see?
wanted
That's
us
how
to
I
do
was
our social responsibility because we have to,
Yeah.
dog. We have to. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
and you're
true.
you're a conscious rapper. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So not like you have to do it because you're conscious, but
Yeah.
it's I'm also a conscious person. I think it's just the right thing to do. Let's galvanize people to act.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So wrapping up now, right?
Okay.
I want to ask you. We spoke about the 350s
Uh-huh.
and how much it helped your career as
Yeah.
an artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
yeah.
other challenges would you say you faced as an artist, being an artist?
Hey, the biggest one. Let me tell you about the biggest one.
Yeah,
Production.
production,
Yeah.
getting beats.
Getting beats. Yeah, that was the biggest one. You know, because like, I never wanted to make beats. I never wanted to become a producer. I would ask a lot of kids, yo, bro, send me a beat, send me a beat. And people will be like, ka, ka. So I had to go through those tutorials, bored for days, like looking at these tutorials, like, what, I have to do this.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
I have to
Then
learn software. Yeah,
that I had to teach myself and learn how to make the beats, learn how to go in and record. How do you record your vocals? How do you make them sound? So yeah, that was the biggest challenge. Even now, I'm still battling that. I'm like, damn, I now have to make another project. I had to start with the beat.
Doug, I understand you so much. I mean, yeah, it's a cool process, but damn.
It's a lot of work. So in a way, I
Yeah,
understand why
I
the
understand.
producers
Yeah.
kept on with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beats.
Yeah,
But at the
yeah,
same time,
yeah.
it's like, yeah, no, that's the biggest challenge,
Yeah.
making
but,
beats,
but,
being
but how
creative.
do you feel on the other side of overcoming that challenge? Because the challenge is overcome now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You now have confidence to make your own
your own
beats.
beats, yeah. So you're right. Like I'm saying, it's tough love.
Yeah.
And when it becomes a challenge, but once you do it, then you see why they did it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
shout out to you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
doing that. So that's what I try to urge other artists who will be like, yo, send me beats. I'm like, bro, I'm willing to come to your place just to teach you what I know about production, because I know once you get a hang of it, bro, you're gonna
Yeah.
see it for yourself,
Yeah,
type thing,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were giving us tough love.
Yeah, tough love is
Yeah,
needed, bro.
yeah. All right. So, like I said, as we're wrapping up, and I'm a little disappointed that it's only coming up now at the end, but I realize we've had a lot to talk about,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
been a
yeah.
great chat.
Alright,
But I want you to also tell me a bit about the Virkil Khaan LP. You know, I mean, I've listened to it. I told you I listened to it like 4 times today.
Uh-huh.
And I know I listened 4 times because it's 30 minutes long, 31 minutes long.
Yeah.
I had time. It's just 2 hours. I had time.
Yeah. Shout out.
So I want to know, and I streamed it.
Give thanks.
So I'm
give
supporting
thanks.
local
Give thanks for the
business.
numbers.
Stream Virkil Khaan LP.
Stream
But
that
let's
LP.
talk a bit about it and give our listeners who may have never heard of you. Yes,
You
you're
know,
famous in Pretoria, but maybe someone's never heard of you. Tell us about the Virkil Khaan
Virkil
LP,
Khaan
your
LP.
latest project.
So yeah, the Virkil Khaan LP. Okay, so should I start with the rollout?
No, tell me everything,
from
bro.
the
I want to
beginning.
know. I want to know the
Okay.
concept, to the rollout, to who did
Okay.
the artwork,
Ah.
everything.
Okay. Let me try and fast track it. Okay, so I started like the album wasn't okay. Like I had an idea or I need to take out like a self-produced body of work, 2023, beginning of 2023. But then I started being deep in performance type vibe. So I was mostly spending time in the CET, performing like the songs from the past project, Soprano 2. So as I was performing those songs, they came this day, F day, Black Lavender F day. Yeah, I was supposed to perform, and then I got snubbed. Like no, this other person wants to perform. Uh, so yeah, that kind of
It
hit.
it touched you.
It touched me. It touched
Why?
me
Because
to
you
the
were
deep.
you were used to being regularly allowed there, or
Yeah, nah, but especially because of the day, like it's F day, you're celebrating the birthday.
and you really wanted to
really
represent.
wanted to represent type thing. So like when that happened, but I did perform. Like it's just that I was the second last of the night. So after that night, I went back home. And I could feel it. I could feel the burnout. Like I'm burnt out. Like going back next week performing is it's not gonna fulfill me. So as I was indoors, I was like, you know what? Let me just make beats that will make me feel good, type thing. Like I wanna just feel good, just vibe out to beats. Then I started starting Monday, I made a beat. Tuesday, I made a beat. Wednesday. So now the beat started culminating. And then I'm like, okay, I think I have 11 beats. This is a project that I started writing.
So you got all the beats first before.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I did the beats. Some of them I even wrote them as like the songs that I was performing, but they never became the songs I was performing. Like for example, what's this one? This one, Negelekai. Negelekai, I wanted it to be Rapeke Scam, but when I was performing it, Rapeke Scam didn't make sense. It's like nah. So I had to let the energies be, and then I kind of listen to the beat and see where they're gonna take me, and then that's how it formulated it. Basically, that project formulated itself. But one thing I'll say that it taught me, or it told me, because like I'm saying, music, it's like a frequency communicating with you. So with that one, it told me like, bro, like just be assured with yourself, with self actualization. Yeah, that's what the one thing it told me, like just be assured with yourself, and yeah, be self assured, and like accept that sometimes you have to be the only one to do it. I was telling there's this guy Cat Jeezy. Yeah, like he wants to start doing events and stuff, Mara, you can see already he's doubting it. And I'm like, bro, trust it deep inside you, and just trust your gut and go for it. That's it. So like even that project, I felt like that's what it was telling me, like, yo, doc, always trust your gut. If your gut, everybody can think, this guy has went insane. Oh, Virkil Khaan lost it. What Virkil Khaan disappeared, he lost it. Cool. As long as you personally know, it's like, bro, I know my path. And that's the fulfillment of self-actualization. Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it's named after you.
That's why it's called the Virkil Khaan LP.
Okay, so it's the process of becoming Virkil Khaan.
Yeah, and also you saw the album art, Luvo of P Flex.
Shout out to Flex.
Yeah, he did the album art. So like it spoke a lot for me, because I believe every human being has 3 phases in life, I think it's 4 phases in life, especially in terms of like in terms of relations with stuff or people, you start off by idolizing something, like, I idolize this thing and whatnot, and then you end up demonizing it, especially if maybe it doesn't meet your expectations the way you wanted it to go. So as you are demonizing it, you end up humanizing it. You see, I also have those traits in me. Now you are humanizing it. You see, this thing goes both ways. And then you can either choose, when after humanizing, you can either choose to go back to demonizing the thing, or you can immortalize it.
You can?
Immortalize it. Now, in terms of immortalizing, it's when you realize, or because you humanized it. So when you immortalize it, you are more accepting it into your world now. You understand, or we
As
are
a
one.
part of you.
We are one. As it grows, simultaneously, I also grow. And now it is the toughest stage. But once you get into that, you see it. You see more. Yeah, a lot of things make sense in that stage.
So the artwork spoke to you like that?
Like that, like
That's crazy.
Like in terms of
It captured all those. Okay.
Yeah, immortalizing something that immortalizing something that's happening in the scene every Thursday, and it's there, and I'm wearing the shirt, and it shows you like this is, now it will live forever because it's music. Understand? So you will forever immortalize it. Like, this is it. So that's the project, like Virkil Khaan LP.
Virkil Khaan, man, it's been a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much. It's a great chat. I want to ask you more about those 4 processes, but we're running out of time. So you have to come back again.
I'm going to come back.
It's really been an enjoyable conversation.
I enjoyed it too.
How can the people support you and find your music?
Well, you can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. Yeah, like if you really love archived music, because like SoundCloud, I like to archive a lot. Like I have a lot of projects that even Soprano One, because people they always ask me where can I find Soprano One? SoundCloud. Go on my SoundCloud, Virkil Khaan. You'll find more of the music that you probably won't find on Spotify and stuff like that. But SoundCloud, it's there. Yeah.
Hey, I just thought of another question for you. And I have to ask, but I also have to ask to just give me a summary. But in the game in 2024, right? How do you think is the best way to market music?
2024. The best way to market music, it's like you said, it's like everything in terms of marketing is foundation. You have to plan it out. Like that's why I like adding emphasis. If you listen to my raps, I'll always say that, like, take it plan, see toro. It's like, yo, bro, I planned this thing. I'm not coming here with feelings and stuff like that. You have to plan everything out. So meaning if you are performing, understand, or you are planning to perform so that you take out something, and then this is how you're going to promote it, and that's go according to the plan. But if there's nothing is planned, then they won't, you won't see any progress or progression, But when you plan stuff out, you will be underwhelmed and overwhelmed. You're like, oh, for me, I thought it was gonna take me 2 years to get to here, but now it took me, and that's how you can easily build. So, because like I said, in terms of marketing, everything can go in an organic manner. So you don't need to worry about that. Just plan it out.
It doesn't have to be TikTok. It doesn't have to be YouTube Shorts. Just as long as you have a process.
You have a process. Yeah, you can go on TikTok. You can go on. You can choose either way, but like just to make sure that
you're not on TikTok, are you?
I'm on TikTok.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also on TikTok.
That's
I'm
a bit
also
surprising,
on Instagram.
but
on
I'm happy
Facebook.
to hear that.
I'm everywhere, Udo. Like, that's marketing.
And how do they catch you on those platforms?
By the name Virkil Khaan. You find me there, but it's Virkil Khaan. Yeah.
Check
and
him
also,
out.
I like the name Virkil because it's stylized. So you can just search Virkil and you'll find.
It'll suggest Khan.
Yeah, I like Khan. It will suggest it automatically. So so that also helps in terms of marketing.
Yeah. Hey, this guy is sharp, man. This guy is sharp. Yo, Virkil Khaan, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, dog.
Give thanks. Culture Sundays. Enjoyed it.
It's the culture. Thank you so much. Catch you on the next one.